Chase Rice, along with Florida Georgia Line, drinking beer, talking God, amen, with WTCM. It is 8:08 on this Tuesday morning, and as we mentioned earlier in the Country Roundup, we were going to try to get a little interview happening with After Midtown, and guess what? We are men and women of our words, because we have them on the line right now. Michael and Adam, good morning, gentlemen.
What's up?
Good morning.
It is a pleasure to have you on. Thank you so much for taking a little bit of time to chat with us. I guess let's start from the beginning. So where and when did you guys meet, and what made you decide to work together?
We met a couple of years ago. Mikey and I had just moved to town. I was playing gigs downtown. He sat in one day with a buddy and I for a couple songs. Next thing I know, he was calling me to play lead guitar.
That's awesome.
Playing for his solo show, yeah. So anyways, I had my own solo show going on at the time as well, but it was literally when COVID started.
Oh.
So we were kind of, we were both struggling a little bit financially, but it was all right. And we just decided to team up and try to make as much money as we can, or could at the time, rather. And then we realized we had something really cool.
Yeah, so back when we were doing what Adam was talking about and just playing some cover shows, really before After Midtown came to be, we were playing all the bars down on Broadway and stuff, really cutting our teeth. And, the last shifts end from 10 to 2 a.m., So when we were getting done coming off stage, we were still amped up and kind of ready to party and go out and do something. And all of our friends would hang out in Midtown, but the bars were starting to close.
Gotcha.
So we would always call them and just be like, hey, what are y'all doing after Midtown?
Nice. I like it.
And it's a catchy name. I like it.
I like those real stories, too, where it's not like they sat around and said, let's really think about a band name. It's more like it just happens naturally. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in all fairness, we actually did. It just took us way longer, and then it just came naturally, like 6 or 7 months into us being a thing or a duo. Yeah, we didn't even have a name for the first 5 to 7 months.
Just went with the flow.
Yeah, I did a morning show once where we were going to have the listeners help pick a name for it, and so we called it, my partner was Chris, it was Mike and Chris and the No Name Morning Show, and that's what we ended up calling it permanently, because we
you didn't have a
just
name.
stuck it sounded good. Are there any artists that influence either of you, or artists that you really enjoy listening to today?
For me personally, I'm just a big country fan in general. I usually hit every era of country on a weekly basis, but two artists I'd say to me that they always find themselves on my playlist at least are I'm a huge Rascal Flatts fan and Billy Currington fan, so usually those two find themselves on a playlist.
Yeah, and if I was to answer the same question, I'm a huge Sam Hunt fan. I just think he has a way with words and a way with imagery and lyrics. I've always loved that. Other than that, I'm a huge Colt Swindell fan, a Hardy fan. I really like it all.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good answers. All right. These guys are cool, I can tell. All right. I don't know if this question's ever been asked to you, but I always wonder this about artists, especially when they're, just kind of getting going. If you weren't musicians now, what do you think you'd be doing?
This is an awesome question, by the way. First things first, we feel really blessed to be able to play music. But if we weren't, I was in the Army after high school until I was about 22. I was active duty Army, and honestly, I'd probably still be doing that. I really enjoyed it, but I figured I wanted to chase this dream and see where it went.
Excellent.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Thank you for doing that, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, no, thank you guys so much.
Yeah, so my answer is a little less honorable. I'd probably be sitting on a beach somewhere trying to figure out how to be a professional golfer at this point in my life.
Hey, that's not so bad.
Hey, we have lots of golf courses up here, too.
We do have some great golf courses up here, by the way.
Well, that's if you ask me right now. I don't know. If it wasn't a golfer, I'd be trying to make a living out of racing of something with wheels on it. So that's about all I'd probably find myself doing.
Nice. Well, that's okay. Nothing wrong with that. All right. If you could collaborate with another artist, any artist on the planet, who would it be?
Oh, so this might actually be the same answer for both of us. I don't know what his answer will be, but mine is the rock band Avenged Sevenfold. I always said that. I'm a massive rock fan.
Okay.
And both of us are actually, but they just always they kind of shaped my childhood as a musician a little bit. So I'd love to meet those guys just in general, and to be able to write or collab with them would be a dream come true. Really.
That would be a cool mix.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely the same for me. My number one choice would be that. If I had to choose someone in country music to collaborate with right now, it would probably be Hardy.
Cool.
Yeah.
Good answer.
Excellent. I got to say, it's really interesting when you look at, and this has happened in cycles throughout time where people say, oh, that's not country music because it changes direction sometimes.
There's 9 versions of country
but
music.
I got to
from the
say,
beginning.
growing up, because I don't know how old you guys are. I'm low 50s. I'll admit it. But I grew up, mostly with rock and roll, and then I kind of got into country. But I think country picked up where really good rock kind of left off. Like, I'm nothing against modern rock or the style of rock and roll today, but country has some really good guitar and some teeth to it. You know what I mean? It's got a nice sound. I love modern country. I think it's fantastic. But a lot of that old stuff mixed with some of that rock vibe, yeah, it kind of works.
It's a good mix.
Absolutely. Okay, so we've got the WTCM Country Campout. You guys are going to be a big part of it. Going to be performing for us on June 25th at Twisted Trails Off-Road Park, which this whole thing's just going to be a party, I'm telling you right now.
I'm so excited.
What kind of show can we expect from After Midtown at this show?
Yeah, it's a full-blown country rock show. We're just 2 kids that grew up in separate middle of nowhere farm towns, and we bring all of our influences to the stage. The set's dynamic and fun, and you'll get to hear a lot of stories that just make us who we are throughout the whole set. So
awesome.
Fun time.
I'm a big fan of harmony, so if you guys happen to do any, Eagles covers or Rascal Flatts or something.
He loves Eagles.
Eagles are my favorite band ever, but yeah, anything just throwing it out there. But do what you do. I don't want to influence your set.
Might take us back to a little bit of the Broadway days here in Nashville. Actually, we got a couple Eagles songs up my sleeve.
Ooh, nice.
Seed planted.
All right, I like it. All right, well, hopefully we can meet you guys when you come up for this. We're really looking forward to it. And again, thank you so much for where are you at right now? Like, are you in the same time zone we are?
No,
we're in Nashville. Yeah, we're in Nashville, so I think we're like an hour behind you, maybe.
Okay, so you're just after 7 o'clock. Oh,
I was just in Nolensville a couple weeks ago.
so I was trying to picture if Nashville was on the same time zone or not. Okay, so and so we really have to thank you for getting up so early then and spending some time with us. We really appreciate that.
You guys are welcome. Thanks for having us. We really appreciate it. We can't wait to see all the crazy rednecks in northern Michigan.
Absolutely.
We're going to have one heck of a party. So thank you guys. We really appreciate it.
All right, awesome. Thanks so much, guys, for taking the time. We really appreciate that. WTCMcampout.com if you want to find out all about the TCM Country Campout. And, of course, After Midtown, going to be there, and we are really looking forward to that. So we'll pop a little tune from After Midtown in coming up in just a few minutes right here on WTCM, 8:17 our time, 7:17 in Nashville. It's WTCM.
Hi, I'd like to use